making fun of me. She's over there smirking. Alright, so in our previous video, we did the stone fireplace with the ledger stone on here. And now we're going to build a faux beam mantle, distressed mantle, to go on top of this fireplace. And we're going to go ahead and get started on that. But the plan is to take this 1x10 piece of wood. We have 2 of them. And then we have a 1x4 piece of wood that'll be the sides and the front. And then another 1x10 will go on top of that. And we're going to distress that with some different techniques to make it look like it's an old beam, wood, whatever. And then we're going to hang that on the wall with a French cleat. So we're going to show you this process as we go along. So stick with us and see how bad we can screw. I mean, see what we end up with at the end result here.
Or screw it up. I mean, it's fine. Either way. So we decided on 6 foot plus 3 inches on each side. So we're going to cut this to 78 inches.
Right,
so
we are going to put a piece of stone under here, just for this edge, because we are putting some shelves here, and they're more for DVDs or whatever, and that'll be on both sides. So we're going to put that stone there just to drop it down a little bit from the mantle, and then the shelves will come across here. So
78 inches.
78 inches.
That's your cue.
78 inches. That's my cue. So we just marked all these boards. This is the bottom, the top, the front, and this will be the sides. We're going to go out on the miter saw now and cut all these down.
All right, so we're putting the little end pieces on here that will go above the bookshelves. So since we used the mortar yesterday and we didn't want to make a whole new bag, I just put some in a Ziploc with some water and smushed it up really good.
Wait, how did you do that again?
You smush it up really good. Right. And then putting some on the back side of it. And then since there's nothing to support it, Sean's going to come behind me and put a couple screws just to give it some support.
Only if you show me how you mix the mortar.
Squish it, squish it, squish it. All right, all you. Good time. Ta-da! Pretty cool.
We cut the bevels on the wood on every place that we should have bevels. Every place except what's going against the back wall. We got our handy dandy Gorilla wood glue. And now we need to find where we've hidden our painter's tape. We're going to put tape on here so that it'll hold it together as we fold it up and put glue in the joints, and then we're gonna hit it with some brad nails.
Let's hit it.
Hit it! Hit it!
Cameron, go. I want to rock right now. I'm a bass and I came to get down. I'm not internationally known, but I'm known throughout the microphone because I get stupid. I mean outrageous. Stay away from me if you're contagious, because I'm a winner. No, not a loser to be an MC. Okay, back to work. Sorry. So putting painter's tape on the bottom side so that when you close it up, it feels real nice, Clark. Real nice.
How do we close that up again?
Real nice. So we have it together, and now you can see time to do all the sanding. So we want the mantle to be distressed, and so now comes the fun part of giving it all of the things. So we have the hammer, we have some chain, just whatever you find that you want to use.
You want random though, you don't want a pattern, so you want everything to be very random. So we're just grabbing some various things that'll put marks and divots in the wood.
Okay.
So
seems counterintuitive to do all that sanding just to bang it up, but it really does make it look good once the stain goes on. All right, so that was fun, right?
yeah.
Yeah. That is good stress relief right there. Fun fact, they call me McStabby at home because I talk with my hands, and in the kitchen, if you get too close, I'll stab you. No, no.
Guys.
This is the bottom. This is the bottom. Let's flip it. Or did we say that was the top? I don't remember.
You can't really just flip it. This is the top.
All right,
Well, we decided we were going to flip it and make the bottom the top, and
Yeah,
which would be
okay.
this.
Flip it with me. Flip it real good. Ooh, baby, baby.
Love it.
Well, either way, I still need to
On
sand a
this
little bit
side
more.
you have the big gap though. So we
This
probably
one has
need,
big gaps too. So
I like the other side
it's
better.
not perfect,
we can get some
but
wood putty.
we're gonna make it better, and then we'll stain it. But check it out, pretty groovy, right? Whoop, whoop. So we're just taking a little bit of wood filler and putting in some of the seams that didn't quite go together the way we would have liked. So. And then we will let that dry and then sand it again before we stain.
So this is the stain that they used on the ceiling. And we're going to use the same stain. Hopefully it turns out pretty. Pretty awesome, that is. We just finished putting stain on the faux beam mantle for the fireplace. It's looking really good. We did the distress thing on it and it's turned out pretty good. There are some blemishes on here from like glue and stuff, but it just adds to the character, I think. But next step is to add some polyurethane to it and then put this bad thing on the fireplace.
I think we might do it in the house, even though there's not rain on the radar. Just heard thunder, and it rained on us a little bit earlier, so.
Yeah, we'll take it and we'll lay some stuff down on the floor, and we'll
Yeah.
do the polyurethane inside.
Yeah, there's more thunder, so we'll take
Yep.
it in.
So now that we've stained the mantle, now it's time to put some polyurethane on it. We have some bare water-based polyurethane. We're gonna put that on there. I didn't have a stir stick, so we just put that back in there. Bare polyurethane, it's a satin. We're gonna try this out, see how it does, but we're gonna go ahead and slap some of this on here.
So we're starting with the bottom side just to kind of experiment a little bit and make sure that it looks good. Takes about an hour to dry, so then we'll flip it over and do the other side.
So we are going to make a built-in shelf here that will affix to the side of the fireplace, and then it'll come out to the corner and come out, and it'll have the bottom bit, well, basically it'll be 3 shelves and then a flat top on here, and the top will be a little lower than the mantle, so it'll start down here and come across, and this will be on both sides of the fireplace, mostly for DVDs and maybe some knick-knacky stuff. So when our kids were young, my parents and my sister and their husband, they had a lake house, and one of the favorite memories is all the movies that they had up there on DVD, and all the kids watching the same movies over and over. So it's kind of a nostalgia thing that we're putting this in so we can have these DVDs here. Even though with technology and everything, eventually we'll probably have Wi-Fi out here. We can just stream all that, but that's the plan.
It's pretty hard to stream Atari and some Rooster Cogburn and some oldies but goodies.
Some of the classics, like our kids, like watched over and over and over. So. And 3/4 right there.
Now it's a little bit short, but that's okay.
Not much. So I'm making just these 1-inch pieces. We're going to use glue and brad nails. These are just going to be the strips for the shelves, or the top and the bottom, to secure it to. So these are just going to be glued and bradded onto the boards, the sides.
It's looking good. Moving on to the other side. Basic frame for that one is done. Check the height on this one, it looks good. You guys already know we do it nice because we do it twice. Take two. Apparently this was not enough.
Probably another, probably about that again.
All right. All right, there we go. It's gonna look good. We're wearing out. It's only 9 o'clock, but it feels so late.
And it's raining and I don't want to go drag the table saw out to rip boards to finish the trim.
It's gonna be pretty. Look at that. Pretty, pretty.
Steve got your faithful helper next to you.
Yeah, she's good. Super helpful. All right, good morning.
Morning. So to put the mantle up on the fireplace, we were going to do a French cleat. However, after getting it together, we realized there is not enough room really to work with the French cleat with the way that we designed this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this 2x4 here and I am going to rip it down, probably cut it in half, and then we will screw that to the wall and then space it. As you can see, that fits just perfectly in that box. So once we cut the length down and then rip it in half, I'll screw it to the wall, spaced up of course, so this will slide up underneath it, and we'll screw it to the wall. And then after that, we'll just put a couple of screws down through the top of the mantle and it'll be secure and won't come off unless we want it to. Dun, 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 dun.
Moment of truth. Here we go.
Are you able to?
Check it out. Well done, baby. Well done.
Need to make sure it's centered. Which way?
I think that way, but you can check it.
I don't know what that way. So the way we had the board secured to the wall and the way this fits underneath it, it's a pretty snug fit. So it's not really going anywhere. So we opted not to secure it because you really got to pull on it to get it to move. So we're just gonna go.
Oh wait, we forgot to put our note in there.
Well, it's a good thing I didn't secure it. Now I gotta center it again.
Sorry. So we made a little note to put in the wall. Sean and Tony were here, 6324. We will always love you. And that way, someday, our children will find that. Ba-bam!
Ba-bam! So, here's our faux beam mantle.
And the distress marks are very subtle, but they're there, so it's kind of fun. Looks like an old beam, but not super crazy.
If you like this mantle build, please smash that like button and subscribe. It's 31 3/4. Dum 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 dum. They get it? $31 1/4 maybe? These shelves are pretty simple. These are just made out of some 1x6. I took and I cut some 1-inch strips and I brad nailed and glued them on here for extra support for putting the brad nails and the glue in. Did the same thing on each shelf. Also at the very bottom. The very bottom is raised up off the floor about 4 inches. You can see that one over here. Then we are going to put trim on the front. There's that 4 inches that we were talking about. Some people might say that's 6.
What?
Anywho, Tony's making fun of me. She's over there smirking. She says, "Oh, you're just babbling. Babble, babble, babble." Five eighths. Still just needs a tad bit. Just like
this is the 4th time I've gone back for a tad more.
But we can't put more back on. We can always whittle more. I'm going for that perfect snug fit.
Okay.
Hey y'all, we hope you enjoyed part 2 of our fireplace build. If you missed part 1, please go back and check that out. If you like our content, please smash that like button and subscribe. And as always, go have an adventure of your own. Thanks for watching.